So when you first took this job, was your character's storyline arc mapped out for you at the time, Nick?
I believe it was, yeah. I quite distinctly remember we were filming, I think, the gala episode in season 1, which is around about episode 3 or 4, and it was before seasons 2 and 3 had been commissioned. But I remember Jason sort of sitting me down and just sort of explaining to me the broad kind of arc for Nate if this was to kind of go from season to season. So yeah, I mean, it just goes to show how smart that kind of those writers and creators are in the writers' room. Just, they had it all mapped out, and not just for Nate. They've got everyone's character arcs kind of mapped out, and and when he obviously told me, I was kind of both thrilled and terrified because I kind of knew it was going to take such a heel turn in season 2.
I mean, my gosh, Nate, I got to be honest with you. I was disappointed. I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you.
You're not the first person to say. I mean, a lot of people have quite rightly as well been sort of disappointed by Nate's actions and his behavior. Whether it's part of a redemption arc, I genuinely don't know. I mean, we literally start filming, next week.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we do, and I'm yet to see the script yet. So I don't have all the details to hand, sadly.
So you get handed them, and I imagine you pour over them just like any other fan would, like I would. That's for darn sure. Right?
Completely. I mean, I think people forget, particularly fans of the show. Like as a cast, we're all some of the biggest fans of the show as well. So when we get sent these scripts, we're desperate to know not just obviously what's happening to the characters that we play, but I want to know about Roy and Keely, and I want to know more about Ted, and what's going to happen with Rebecca. And there's so many storylines that I'm kind of equally excited by, and so we pour over those scripts as soon as we get them. Actor
Nick Mohammed, who plays Nate the Great here from Ted Lasso on the Rich Eisen Show. And I would imagine, so do you have a real life side team that you root for in any way, shape, or form, Nick?
You know what? I don't, sadly. I kind of am not a huge football fan, which is, my dad is, and he's delighted that I'm finally sort of, in a show about football, but I never really played it as a kid, and I think he probably wanted me to. And, so I don't really have a team at all, no.
But the scenario in the Premier League where somebody like Ted Lasso comes in and takes over a club, what the reaction would be. I mean, this is...
Oh, yeah,
right?
Yeah. So I kind of knew enough to sort of, kind of get through. And, I guess, weirdly, Ted Lasso has sort of taught me a lot more about football than I previously knew, so, yeah.
And the character Roy Kent is spot on, right? Played by Brett Goldstein. Like that is exactly who somebody who would be like. And the football player here in America, Aaron Rodgers, came on our show a few months ago, and he said he would love to be the Roy Kent of the NFL whenever he retires. Just go on TV and just lay waste to everybody. Like that.
Yeah, I love that character. It's there's sort of a almost like elder statesman kind of quality to it that, now he's matured and I guess retired from the sport, that he can really sort of say it how it is, and it certainly doesn't hold back.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.